Hi students, welcome to another class of grade 6 English. Today we are going to discuss a new lesson from our literature reader. The name of the lesson is Annie's Confession. At the end of your class, you will be able to read and comprehend the story, comprehend the depression and helplessness felt by Annie, to observe why Annie had to resort to a false story. Before moving to the story, let's learn something about author. This story, Annie's Confession, is taken from the book Annie of Green Gables, and the author of this lesson is Lucy Maud Montgomery. Let's see more about her. Lucy Maud Montgomery, she was born on November 13th, 1874 and died on April 27, 1942. And this was her famous novel Annie of Green Gables. The book has been made into film and it was the famous of her lifetime and gave her an international following. So let's see more about the story. Let's move on to the story Annie's Confession. I want you all to get ready with your literature. Dear students, you can see a radio on a table. Just imagine that one day it went missing just a day after you had placed it on the table. What do you think happened to the radio? How will you feel about it? Whatever things will come to your mind? Let's see. I want you all to have an answer for this question. Just think about it. What will you do? Dear students, the main character of our story is Annie. Before reading our lesson, let's have just an introduction to our Annie. Annie is a 11-year-old girl and she is an orphan. She got red hair and she spent her childhood in orphanages and with strangers. But she is very bright and active. Okay, now let's see what happened to her and what is this story about. What made Annie to confess? The meaning of the word confess is to accept a mistake that you have done. Matthew and Marilla Cuthbert are a brother and sister in their 50s. They live on a farm called Green Gables in a small Canadian village. They want to adopt a young boy who will help them with the farm. But due to a misunderstanding, Annie Shirley, a 11-year-old orphan girl with red hair, is sent to the farm instead of a boy. Annie has spent her childhood in orphanages and with strangers. She is a bright and active girl who quickly makes friends at the farm and at school. Will the strict Marilla like her though? So, dear students, this is just an introduction to our story. Here, Annie, as we already have discussed, she is an orphan. Now, she is going to live with Matthew and Marilla, who were brothers and sisters, and they were living in a farm called Green Gables. And the story is happening in a Canada, and the story is happening in a Canadian village. And they wanted to adopt a boy, but with some misunderstanding, the girl Annie was sent to live with them. Annie spent her childhood in orphanages and with strangers, but she was very bright and active. She loves to make friends and she quickly make everyone friends at the farm and at school also. But Marilla is very strict and stern. Let's see how will Marilla's character change Annie and how or why does Annie confess? Let's see from the lesson. Let's read page number 11. I want all of you to listen very carefully. One Monday evening, Marilla came down from her room with a worried look on her face. Annie, she said to the small person shelling peas by the table, have you seen my amethyst brooch? I can't find it anywhere. I I saw it this afternoon when you were away, said Annie a little slowly. Now, what happened? One Monday evening, Marilla came down from her room with a worried look on her face. Marilla was a little bit worried and she came near Annie and she called Annie. She said to a small person shelling peas. See, shelling means you can see in the picture. Peas means green peas. She is separating green peas and put it into a bowl from the table. So she was shelling bees by the table. And Marilla was asking, have you seen my amethyst brooch? Have you seen my amethyst brooch? The meaning of brooch is a thing which we use to pin something like a safety pin, but it will be very precious, decorated with precious stones. Here the meaning, listen, amethyst brooch, clear purple stone, sometimes used in jewelry. So she is asking whether Annie have seen her amethyst brooch. I can't find it anywhere. Marilla was not able to find her brooch anywhere and she is asking Annie. Uh, Let us see what is the reply given by Annie. I saw it this afternoon when you were away, said Annie a little slowly. Annie says that she had seen it in this afternoon when Marilla was out. I was passing your door when I saw it on the pincushion, so I went it to look at it. Annie was saying that when I was passing near your room, I saw it on the pincushion. Pincushion means a soft pad which we use to put pins and that needles type things to keep it safe. So Annie says that I saw it on the pincushion when I passed in front of your door. Did you touch it? Asked Marilla sternly. Marilla was not happy to hear that. She is a strict lady, so she asked Annie, did you touch it? Yes, admitted Annie. I pinned it on just to see how it would look. So Annie agreed that she touch it. She just want to see how will it look. So she just took it and she tried to pin it. You shouldn't have gone into my room and you shouldn't have touched the brooch that didn't belong to you. Where did you put it? Marilla was little bit angry, so she was telling Annie this. You shouldn't get into my room without my permission. And you shouldn't touch my brooch, which is not yours. And who gave you permission to take it? And where is it now? I cannot see. Where did you put it? I put it back on the table, oh Marilla. I see now that it was wrong and I will never do it again. That's one good thing about me. I never do the same naughty thing twice. Here, our Annie is telling her that I put it back on the table. I keep it back, oh Marilla. I now understand what I have done is wrong. I will never do it again. That is the one thing about me, one good quality of me, that I never do the same naughty thing twice. I will not do the same mistake again. So, that brooch isn't anywhere on the table. You have taken it out or something, Annie, said Marilla. I did put it back, said Annie quickly. I just don't remember whether I stuck it on the pincushion, but I certainly put it back. I will go and have another look, said Marilla, trying to be fair. Marilla went back to her room and looked carefully, but the brooch was not to be found, and she returned to the kitchen. Now, see what is going on. So, she cannot find her brooch. She is a little bit angry with our Annie. So, Marilla is asking our Annie, where have you put it? And Annie is giving a reply that I didn't take it, but I put it back. But I don't remember whether I stuck it onto pincushion back. But I have keep it back. I didn't take it. So Marilla trying to be fair, and she is telling that okay, I will go and check it one more time. Okay, and by saying this, Marilla went to her room. Marilla went back to her room and she searched for this brooch everywhere very carefully, but the brooch was not found. And Marilla suddenly returned to the kitchen. Annie, the brooch is gone, and you were the last person to see it. Did you take it out and lose it? Tell me the truth. Marilla is angry and she is shouting at Annie to tell the truth whether she have took it or she have lost it while playing. I never took the brooch out of your room, and that is the truth, said Annie sincerely. I believe you are lying, Annie, Marilla said sharply. Now, don't say anything more unless you are prepared to tell the truth. Go to your room and stay there until you are ready to confess. When Annie had gone, Marilla went about her evening task in a very disturbed state of mind. Now, see, Marilla is behaving a little bit rude towards our Annie. She is not going to believe that Annie haven't taken it. Annie is telling that I touched it but I never took it out of your room. That is the truth. But Marilla said that it's a lie. Now, I don't want to hear anything. You have to tell me the truth. Go to your room and stay there until you are ready to confess. Confess means until you are ready to accept the mistake which you have done, you have to stay in your room. And by saying this, Marilla went about her evening task. She went to do some works, and with a very disturbed state of mind. Disturbed state of mind means very upset and worried. She was not happy. She was something, some type of thinking was going on her mind because her favorite brooch is missing. She may have just taken it to play with and lost it, and is now afraid to admit it. It's clear that she took it because no one else has been in that room. I would mind so much if she had only told the truth about it, she thought. Now, she was very disturbed. She was having a disturbed state of mind and she was thinking all this. She may have just taken it to play. Maybe she have just taken it to play and may it have lost. Now she is afraid to tell me the truth. If she tell the truth, I will admit it, no problem for me. But why she is lying? She had to tell me the truth. No, this type of thinking was going in the mind of Marilla. She was thinking again and again. Later, In the evening, when Marilla went up to see Annie, she saw that the child had been crying. The picnic is tomorrow, Marilla, cried Annie as soon as she saw her. You won't keep me from going to that, will you? Let me out for the afternoon. Then I will stay here as long you like afterwards. But I must go to the picnic. You are not going to the picnic until you have confessed, Annie. Oh, Marilla, gasped Annie. Now, see, in the evening, when Marilla went to Annie's room, she saw that Annie was lying in the bed and she was crying. When Annie saw Marilla, she wanted to know one thing. The picnic is tomorrow, Marilla, cried Annie as soon as she saw her. You won't keep me from going to that, no? You will allow me to go for the picnic, no? Let me out for the afternoon. Then I will stay here as long you like afterwards. Please let me go for the picnic. After the picnic, I will stay in this room as much time you wanted. But please allow me to go to the picnic. You are not going to the picnic until you are confessed, Danny. In a sharp and in a loud voice, Marilla is telling this to our Annie that Marilla wouldn't allow Annie to go for the picnic. So, when hearing this, Marilla was so sad. Oh, Marilla, gasped Annie. But Marilla had gone out and shut the door. Wednesday morning dawned bright and fair, perfect for the picnic. When Marilla took Annie's breakfast up to her room, she found her sitting straight upon her bed. She looked quite determined. So, by saying this, Marilla closed the door of Annie's room and she went down. On next morning, what happened? It was bright morning was there and perfect day for the picnic. Marilla took Annie's breakfast to her room. When she opened the door of Annie's room, she found our Annie sitting straight on her bed and she looked quite determined because she has took some decision to tell Annie when she opened the door. Dear students, so here we are stopping our lesson. This is a story about Annie, a little who went to live with a brother and sister in a farm called Green Gables. In the starting of story, we can see Marilla. She cannot find her amethyst brooch and she doubt that Annie have took it while playing. She must have lost it and she is not ready to believe Annie and she gave a small punishment to Annie and the story is going on. Annie wants to go for a picnic but Marilla is very strict. She is not allowing Annie to go out until she confess. In the next class, let's see what happened to Annie. Will she confess? And how will Marilla react? We have come across a word amethyst brooch. This is the picture of that. It's very precious stone consisting of violet or purple variety of quartz used in jewelry. Pin cushion. A pin cushion is a very small cushion that you stick pin and needles into so that you can get them easily when you need them. In this picture, you can see Annie watching that brooch on the pin cushion. Dear students, some questions are here. Try to get answer for this question. If you can answer, that means you have comprehend the paragraph. If you cannot answer the question, don't feel bad. Read our lesson once again. I'm sure you all will be able to answer this question. Let's move on to the next part. This is your TMLA for this day, page number 15 in your literature reader. Three questions are there. I want you to find answer and write it down into your notebook. Hope you all have understood today's lesson. I want you all to read the lesson one more time. Hope to meet you soon with the next module of Annie's Confession. Thank you, students, for listening. Thank you. Have a nice day.